So wanted to do this in a separate video just because I felt like I didn't want the video to be too long and torture you. So these are one of my favorite things that we've made. These are dishwasher indicators. We actually have one on ours. You just slide it for dirty and clean, and this one doesn't have magnets yet, but they will have magnets on them to stick to your dishwasher. These are box cutters, and I like them because they're sharp enough to do the job. You can see they leave a little bit of a mark on my hand, but it's not like cutting me. So they're pretty safe to use too. So it's not like you're leaving, like when you're opening a bunch of boxes and stuff, I feel like you leave razors laying around, and that's not ideal. We do have one of these, and only one of these. This is a base. I really, really like it. It is a bold piece. It is not something that I will likely use because it is bold and it doesn't match my decor. I feel like maybe Valentine's Day only. Whoever were to buy this, I do want you to know the bottom had some issues with supports, and like, it's not super smooth down here, but outside of the bottom, it is absolutely perfect. It is gorgeous, and I really wish I had some flowers to put in it for you today, but I didn't. This here, I like. This is like a kitchen organizer caddy. We were having issues by our sink, which is why we printed this, and before we used it, we decided to share it with you. But we have, the cat sponge, we have the dog sponge, we have the hand soap, we have the dish soap, and there's just a lot going on over there, and our space right now is really small. So to help us stay neat and organized, we wanted to print something like this. So these are actually our soap dispensers, but we wanted to put a clean sponge in here just in case somebody does order. So it sits up off the ground so it doesn't get filled with water, and if you look inside, it has these grates which give it a place for the water to drain out. So very handy. I love it. I think we said, I would have to check the price for you, but they're really cute, and I'm super excited to start using it.
Leave a comment in the video if you like that, then we could get the price for you sent directly to you.
Yeah, and or reach out to one of us. My number is 630-945-4962. Scott's is 847-770.
1763.
Yeah, it's impressive that I even know that much of his number by heart. I don't know anybody's. And then this is a bag holder. So it has screw holes on the back for you to hang it. And this is actually really easy to hang. It's so easy for you to draw the spot on the wall and then just put it on and slide it. But yeah, so I put bags in here so that you can kind of see how it operates, but you literally just stuff your bags on the top and pull them out the bottom. Keep you a nice, neat place to store things. And then these cute little things are chip clips. And it's really interesting because I was not sure that we would use them or sell them, but we did test it, and it actually works really, really well and actually grips it quite tightly. So those, I think we said we would do $2 each for.
Yeah, and they don't make a click noise when you do clip on onto a bag. No. So just so you know that they work though.
Well, and I like them too because when I play with chip clips, for whatever reason, I was a bit pinching myself. You're not going to pinch yourself on that.
Right.
You just have to make sure to like push the thing down so it actually grips. But once it's there, it doesn't really move. Yeah. So they're like safety grips essentially. Okay. You want to come over here? This is one of my favorites. Mom, I know you're probably going to watch this, so you already have to know I'm going to give you one because I already know you want one. My mom has been a huge supporter of us, which has been super fun. But these little rose vases, we just started printing them yesterday. They are kind of flexible, so you'd want to be careful, but they are intended to be vases. I feel like I would more so use this to hold like desk supplies, but you could use it for whatever you want. They're perfectly safe to use as a vase. You can see by my hand, we're going to measure stuff now because we have to get product on like Etsy and our website, but they're maybe 2.5, almost 3 inches tall. So they're not super big. We can scale them. Obviously pricing would change based on the size, etc. How many challenges come with printing it. So if it's something you're interested in, just let us know and we can look at what it would cost to do a larger one. But I think these are absolutely adorable and perfect. And again, we did them with rainbow filament. So it's kind of like a let's see what we get thing. So we got that one is pink and like the greenish. This is blue. This one is my favorite. It's blue with pink on top. I am not a tchotchke girl, but I kind of want to keep this one. And then this one is purely pink. He's got a little bit of a darker tinge in the bottom, like where the filament color changed. So I really like it. It's kind of got like a shadowing effect there. These, if you had told me a couple months ago that I was going to be into 3D printing, I would have called you a liar. If you then told me I was going to be into printing 3D printing dragons, I would have really told you you were wild. I never thought I'd like dragons the way I do, but these for some reason are so fun. So this guy does not look very flexible. He still has supports on there that we need to remove, and we have not done yet. But this one is actually, this is the same dragon as this one. These take a long time to print. These are very, very complex pieces. In fact, I have one over here that's my favorite. I'll show you one of the issues. After 15 hours of printing, we can't even sell that one because there's an issue, but we could easily print another one. But these ones, because of the length of time that they tie up our printer and the risk of issues like that, these ones are 25, and we want to be generous, and we just can't go lower on those, unfortunately. But here's my third one. This is one, I guess, that I'm keeping because as beautiful as he is, and if somebody was interested in him, despite the issue, we would reduce the price. But his little horns did not finish for some reason. And he said he was done when I took him off, so I'm not really sure. But he's kind of cool. Like, he's got like little black accents like the other ones, and then he's on my favorite rainbow filament. Can we turn that light? Because I think you'd see it better. This filament I'm obsessed with it. We bought a roll of it, and I've done nothing but print back to back to back on it because I just love it. And I feel like textured things, I haven't done anything with a flat surface, but I just feel like textured things really, really flatter this filament. Like, you can see all the colors on his side.
Looks beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, I love this guy. So I thought he would be my favorite dragon until I started printing these. So this is the original size of the dragon. This one came out like a gold and bronzy. Again, same rainbow filament. I love this. This is a crystal dragon. What did we say for this one? 10?
15.
Did we say 15 for the little one? Mm-hmm. I would say check with me on prices because I'm not sure that that's right. But he usually, when I think he's wrong and I think I'm right and I'll really dig my heels in, he's right and I'm not. But I feel like that might not be correct. Anyway, check in with us on this one if you are interested. He is absolutely gorgeous. Like I said, this one's got like that goldy, bronzy tone to him. And we only have him in this egg because it is fun to see. Like, he just looks cute coming out of the egg. These eggs, unfortunately, as great as they are, do not fit these dragons. So we might try to scale down and see if we can find one. The eggs are $5 each. Oops, I still have a support in there. But these actually screw closed. These are actual dragon eggs. They're just not, unfortunately, big enough for the dragons. So I would more so use them for candy or a treat, or whatever you want to use them for is fine. Or like to set it up like I have it over here. These are the exact same eggs here. One's just open and one is not.
The texture on it is really neat. Mm-hmm. Feels really good.
Yeah. And the same rainbow filament. Like, I love that filament. So this one too, again, same rainbow filament. This one instead turned out with that bronzy color and pink on top. So gorgeous. So like, then we print this one and I'm like, wow, like, I think this one's going to be my favorite. So then I asked Scott, hey, can you scale this up for me so we can print a bigger one? So this one starts printing. He starts at pink and he goes to that purple and he goes to the teal and then the gold and then the bronze. And I'm like, no, this one's my favorite. And I really love this guy. He is just gorgeous. His little feet are purple. Like, I love him. But wait, there's more. Then we printed this one. So another scaled up version. By far my favorite dragon. He starts in the bronzy color, goes to the pink, the purple, the teal, and finishes off with green. And he's just stunning. He's absolutely gorgeous. It's taking everything in me not to keep him. But again, like, how many things can I honestly keep? I love them. They're beautiful. They're, I think my first thought process on these was like, okay, so these are more so for people who are into gaming and like that type of thing. This is not something somebody like me would like. Number one, they're really cool. Number two, they make a really great fidget. And I'm definitely a fidget girl. Like, if I'm on a call or something, I have to doodle or fidget or whatever to be able to stay present in the call, because if I'm physically busy, I can, probably why I line dance. It's much easier to stay present. And so I would say, maybe you didn't know you love dragons either until you play with one of these things, but I'm pretty obsessed with them. We have this octopus. He is also a really fun little great fidget, printed with that same rainbow filament as this. Clearly I like the rainbow filaments a lot. I like the unpredictability of them.
I like those little legs. They're cute.
They really are. But then what's really cool is, like, you set him down, you just spread out his legs like that, and then you just twist him and he
goes back together.
Yeah, he's so exciting.
That's
well, this
awesome.
isn't, I think this might be how he printed. It's not necessarily how he has to be, but I certainly liked him that way. And then this one I actually just printed today, and I was really surprised by how much I liked it. So we have not cleaned this up yet either. But this is a lotus dragon. And we'll show you in a second, we have another one printing. But this is still that support on my hand. But very pretty. Very pretty. Very Thank you. So he's green, came from rainbow filament, but again, you don't know what you're gonna get when you're using rainbow. And let's come take a look at what else we're printing. So we have another lotus dragon. He is, I had planned on splitting the dragons into a separate video, but we didn't. He is green and blue, and this is that filament poop we were talking about. So it's just kind of waste filament in between color changes. There's no color change here. I'm not really sure what happened there, but that's what's happening. So this is a pink peep. This is actually Lori if you're watching. Uh-oh, we're stuck. This happens a lot too. So this is another thing we have to take into consideration when we're pricing, because even an item like this that does not take a super long time to print and is really not that complex. Sometimes, especially like those dragons, the ones that take like 15 plus hours, if you have a filament issue like this, it can take you days to print it, which takes your printer out of commission for that entire time. And it's just part of the story. So those bunny chickie eggs I showed you, I told you there were lambs that go in that set of 3, and these are the lambs printing. They're gonna take quite a while. So to give an example, we have 11 hours left on these. So essentially when you get a set of 3 eggs, the bunny, chickie, lamb, we're looking at over 30 hours. I think it's over 36 hours of printing.
Yep.
They're intense. They're really intense. And again, there's weight to them, so they're pretty solid. So it's a lot of filament. And then just some more napkin holders. So this finishes, I wanted to do 12 of each color that we were printing. These are the last 3 to make our 12 of the purple napkin holders. And so that is all we have for now. Before he gets to say a word, I'm going to tell you what a labor of love this Sonic has been. So this is a head of a Sonic. This particular one is a little imperfect, so we would discount it if you wanted us to put him on a body for you. I have a picture if you are interested in what he looks like. He stands at least 1.5 feet tall when he's done.
Yeah, he's tall.
But this was ordered by one of your clients from your other work, and these are all separate prints. Like this here alone, just this head is probably 4 separate prints, and the head takes an immense amount of time.
Yes, 16 hours to print the head.
Just the head, not all the pieces that are attached
Just
to
the
it.
head alone is 16
And then they
hours.
all have to be glued, and it's kind of an ordeal. He's absolutely gorgeous when he's done, though. Like I said, if you're interested, send me a DM. I will send you the picture of what he looks like finished.
This is the Shadow Sonic. This is not Sonic the Hedgehog. This is Shadow.
Yeah. And so I want you to talk about your experience printing Sonic and not throwing him out the window.
So, each of these pieces is separately printed. Like all these red pieces were printed together. Mm-hmm. These peach pieces were printed together. The white pieces were printed together as well as these little black pieces here. Mm-hmm. This whole head, how it prints down like this, and it just builds upon it and prints upward. This takes about 16 hours just to print this head piece.
So anybody who doesn't know or understand 3D printing, you could probably see in some of the stuff we showed you, you're literally printing almost 2-dimensional on top of each other, each layer, until a product is done. So the depth of that alone gives you an idea of why that takes so long.
So the body as well takes another 16 to 17 hours to print just the body itself. And then there's shoes that are made. There are gloves and hands for this as well. Sorry I don't have the whole thing printed right now. It takes a lot of time. A lot of glue goes into holding this all together as well. It's very complex. It takes a lot of time. So if you wanted this within 2 days, that would not be possible.
Yeah.
So this lead time on this is about 2 weeks.
Just out here.
3D printing is fun and exciting. I love my shirt.
Oh yeah,
3D
perfect
printing.
shirt to wear. I love it. I got him that for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I think about 3D printing all the time.
Yeah.
I love doing every little thing that I've done.
It's been a lot of fun for me. I don't have a ton of time to put into this. I'm busy with other businesses and things, but...
This little guy right here, this little R2-D2, I print 10 of these at a time, and they take 23.5 hours to print. So it locks up the printer for 23.5 hours.
Now, if you had only done one, though, what would the time difference on that be?
7 hours just to do one.
Because of all the filament color changes. So
Yep.
Anyway, thanks for watching.
Thank you.
We're having a lot of fun, and we hope that we're bringing you a lot of joy also.